In this video, we'll show you how to weave in your ends. We're using Hayfield Bonus DK and you'll use the yarn in your pattern. You'll also need a darning needle, a piece of sewing thread and a pair of scissors. We're going to take our darning needle and we use the sewing thread to help us thread our needle. We're going to fold that in half, place that through the eye of the needle, creating a bigger loop, and this makes it easier to thread up our needle. I'm going to take my end, place that through the loop, pull the ends of my thread, and we've threaded off our needle. When weaving in our ends, it's really important to make this as discreet as possible. So I'm going to work along the edges of our work, and I'm going to take my work, and I'm also going to make sure that I'm doing this on the wrong side of my work. I'm going to hold my work, and I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to weave in between my stitches, going under and over, rotating my needle to catch the stitch. I'm then going to pinch where my yarn first came out and hold as I pull through my needle. This means I won't pull too tightly or ruche my work. You want to pull through and make sure all your yarn is pulled out. If it's trapped, give that a tug. Make sure that then you pull out your work so you haven't ruched it and it lies nice and flat. We then want to make sure it's nice and secure, so I'm going to work back in the opposite direction, doing the same motion, going through my stitches, under and over, weaving through my stitches. I'm going to pull through, pinching so I don't ruche my work, pulling that through and then pulling out your work to make sure that you haven't ruched it and it lies nice and flat. I'm going to sew back through a couple more stitches to make sure it's nice and secure. It's really important with working with different colours and having multiple ends that you make sure they're nice and secure and your work doesn't come out. So I've now pulled it through and I've sewn through all the way from here to here and back again, which means I've sewn in enough of my end so I can take and I can snip. And now turning my work over, you can see the end is secured and it's nice and hidden. And that's how we weave in our ends. Practice until you're confident and then head to surdar.com for more stitches, beginner kits, patterns and yarn.